the big news at this hour is relating to COVID and a new double mutation variant of the coronavirus that has been detected. Detected in 18 states in the country, and in addition to making other strains or variants of concerns, which are called VOCs, which have been found abroad, the Health Ministry said that these add on to the fears of a second wave of the crisis in the country. So far, we know that of the UK, South Africa, Brazil variant, now we also have India variants which have been found in Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Out of 10,787 cases, the British variant has been reported in 736 samples in India. The South Africa strain has been detected in 34 people in the country, and the Brazil variant has been found in just one. But how dangerous is this really? Look at those facts on your screen right now. Now, the government has, along with giving out these details, said that this does not, however, explain the rapid rise in cases. The new double mutation variant which has been found in Maharashtra, another in Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and that they are looking into more samples. Some 736 cases have been found of the UK strain so far of the almost 11,000 samples that had been sent for genome sequencing.
So when we talk of the double mutant, for example, that you mentioned, that is E484Q and L452R, there are two mutations where two residues have changed. In the genetic sequence, two residues have been mutated into another type of a residue. So that's the double mutation. It's of concern, but not reason for panic. So people should not panic about it, but people should be concerned about it.
So is it more infectious, sir? What are we seeing right now?
So that data is not out yet. At this stage, of course, that's a very relevant question that we are addressing, whether it spreads more faster or not. Like what the UK variant, what we have seen, B117, was reported that it spreads faster than the wild type. And that's exactly the question that is being asked right now, that we should very quickly judge whether the same thing is true with this or not. But at this stage, we have no idea on that.
Does the government require, or does the government needs to bring in the other vaccines as well, for example, the Pfizer or the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which have been proved that...
So, in a sense, more number of vaccines are always more welcome, because then we have choice, and we also have the demand, supply, whatever, that actually can be met easily out of that. So, more number of vaccines, any more number of vaccines which have been proven and have been approved by the regulator through a due regulatory process, they're always welcome.
They're always welcome. Sir, also we are seeing a spike in the number of cases. Can it be said, or do we have the enough data to establish that this is because of the mutations or the variants of concern?
At this moment, we cannot very definitely say that the spike is because of the variants or not. As I've been saying, is that the spike or the second wave can be a combination of multiple factors. So we would like to believe that vaccines are equally effective in this world. I mean, all the scientific community around the world would like to believe that the vaccines are still very effective. And but definitely the question that you have asked needs to be probed further, whether the variants of concern are escaping the immunity offered by the vaccine.
The people who have been vaccinated against the normal variant of COVID-19, are they at risk from these other variants of concern?
That's what I mean. Immune escape essentially means that. Immune escape essentially means that person who has been infected with a virus now sees the virus which has a mutant in it. Then is there a possibility that the variant will infect the same person once again, despite having antibodies in the thing?